Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hesti Indrasari. I want to explain about my article, a historical content analysis on English textbook entitled Bahasa Inggris Grade 10 Senior High School. Introduction. The function of the English textbook is very important in teaching the material. In addition to providing information on knowledge and skill, textbook also guides students to achieve competence in the process of language learning, especially in English. Of course, we do not only study about the language, but also study about the history of that country. History is the study of a country past the tragedies of which are described in written document left behind by humans. Historical element is something that provides accurate evidence of a historical fact. Researchers use descriptive qualitative method. This study is aimed to analyze the genre text and historical representation between the material of student text Bahasa Inggris. The data analysis technique used in this research is a qualitative data analysis technique. For finding and discussion, the first is genre text, the structure of historical content. The English textbook entitled Bahasa Inggris for Grade 10 Senior High School, the historical are represented in form of narrative about Indonesian historical figures, Cut Nyak Dien and B.J. Habibie, and historical event, the Battle of Surabaya. The researcher used theory by John Rotary. According to Rotary, narrative are found across all aspects of cultural life in novel, short story, movie, sitcom, and radio drama. Structure of narrative text is orientation, complication, evaluation, and resolution. For the chapter 8, the Battle of Surabaya text, the first paragraph is orientation, the second until the third paragraph is complication, the fourth paragraph is evaluation, and the fifth paragraph or last paragraph is resolution. For the text B.J. Habibie, the first paragraph is orientation, the second paragraph until fourth paragraph is complication, in the fifth paragraph is evaluation, and the last paragraph is resolution. For the last text is Cut Nyak Dien. In the first and second paragraph is orientation, the third until sixth paragraph is complication, fifth paragraph is complication, and the last paragraph is resolution. For the finding above, can conclude that the historical text in the 10th grade textbook are the narrative text. In the three texts above, can categories based on the stage in the narrative text as follow: orientation, complication, evaluation, and resolution. And the next is ideology in historical content representation. In this analysis, the researcher used semiotic theory by parts. For the first text, the Battle of Surabaya, the sign is bloody, signifier denotative is bloody or berdarah. It is a real meaning about the word. For the signified connotative is bloody or shed a lot of blood or banyak menumpahkan darah. For the connotative side, it is battle that shed a lot of blood because the incident was very important to defend Indonesian independence. The incident took many victims from Indonesia citizens themselves because the opponent at that time was the British Army, which England was the rule of during World War II. Next is Bung Tomo. Bung Tomo is the well-known revolution leader. For the signified connotative, Bung Tomo has a firm nature and has a very important role in this battle. For the connotative side, the defense Bung Tomo is the well-known revolutionary leader who played a very important role in this battle. In the sentence above, it is said that Bung Tomo fight the request of the British Army but did not explain in detail like what Bung Tomo did. The second text is B.J. Habibie. Sign B.J. Habibie, signifier denotative. He was the third president of the Republic of Indonesia from 1998 until 1999. The signified connotative, the election of B.J. Habibie as president because on May 1998, Suharto publicly announced his resignation as president because at the time B.J. Habibie served as vice president, so he was immediately sworn in as president. For the connotative side, in 1888, B.J. Habibie served as vice president, but because of Suharto's resignation as president at the time, B.J. Habibie's role was very important at the time because at the time he was ordered to be able to stabilize the economy in the face of the Asian financial crisis and the chaos of the last few months during the Suharto presidency. However, on May 5, 1999, Minister of Foreign Affairs together with the Secretary General of the United States an argument on the opinion of Timor people in New York. And on the May 17, 1999, President Habibie issued Presidential Decree number 43, 1999, concerning the theme for safeguarding the argument of the Republic of Indonesian Portuguese concerning East Timor. After the conflicts, the rejection on the opinion of people of East Timor was carried out on August 30, 1999. From the result announced by the United Nations, the majority of the people of East Timor were autonomous. It is certain that East Timor will soon be separated from the Republic Indonesia. At this peak, on May 20, 1999, East Timor officially became an independent country called Timor-Leste. As a result of this incident, B.J. Habibie failed to run for president of the Republic Indonesia following years because the MPR refused to talk about his accountability for East Timor. In the text, there are some incomplete discussion about the reason why Suharto resigned as president and why B.J. Habibie did not run for president in the next period. For the last text is Chut Nyatin. The sign is Chut Nyatin, signifier denotative, a leader of the Aceh War. For the signified connotative, the heroine who became the leader of the Aceh War to defend and reclaim Aceh from Dutch rule and defend the Dutch. For connotative side, Cut Nyak struggle began when the Baitur Rahman Aceh Great Mosque was burned by the Dutch, and saw the death of her two husbands, saying that female figures from the land on ignite the spirit of the community toward of the spirit. She fought to destroy the Netherlands with a burning spirit. She invited of all the people of Aceh to continue to fight Cut Nyak Dien on the front lines against the Dutch, who had more completeness. For the finding above, we can conclude that the historical texts in the 10 great textbooks have not told the complete tragedy and story, because there are several omission of characters in the text, some events that are not fully narrated, and there are words that do not mean the real words. The last is conclusion. This research was conducted to find out the genre text and how the historical art representation in the textbook for senior high school grade 10 entitled Bahasa Inggris. The genre text narrative is analyzed by Joan Rotary, and historical semiotic are represented is adopting by Roland Barthes. The researcher conclude that the discussion of historical text in the English textbook is incomplete due to several incomplete discussion and also more omission of character in the story. The researcher would suggest that English textbook readers pay more attention to the content of historical text material that will be given to students with incomplete story writing. The researchers hope that this book will help students to know the history of Indonesia itself. That's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.